gentlemen, it's your boy back at it again. Welcome to another edition of the Rico Report. You know who's brought to you by the Buffalo Fanatics. We here. We got things to talk about. Our boy Dion Dawkins is in the headlines. Bills fans are not too happy with D-Doc. Skirt. They ain't too happy. You know what I mean? Some people got some things to say. And we're going to question, are they rightfully angry? Are they rightfully disappointed in what Mr. D-Doc had to say? If you guys have been living under a rock, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. The Bills have officially picked up the fifth-year option for our guy, Dalton Kincaid. What does it mean for Mr. Kincaid going into the season? We've been talking about it. We've been wanting such a big leap from our guy Kincaid, but the last couple years has been a little wonky, right? Brother still he has not been able to stay healthy. And it shows, and it hurts. And it hurts because with Dalton Kincaid on the field, we're that much better. When he's on the field, we are that much more dangerous. But you can't rely on the guy. You can't rely on him. And you know what? It sucks because nobody's trying to be banged up. Nobody's trying to sit here under the blue tent and having to be looked over again and again and missing multiple games. Nobody's trying to be in that position. But the Bills believe in Dalton Kincaid. And folks, I'm here to tell you, I do too. I do too. And I believe this is going to be the year that he puts it together in a way, not in a way that, he's going to put it together finally because he doesn't have the skill set and he's going to put it. I don't mean it in that way. I mean it. He's going to put it together where he can actually stay on the field and be a big asset, because I'll tell you right now, Mr. Kincaid on the field is such a mismatch. That's the reason we drafted him in the first place. We drafted him to give Josh Allen that blanket. We drafted him to give Josh Allen the tight end that can split out wide and become a huge mismatch for a lot of guys that just can't handle a versatile tight end like Kincaid. And let's understand something. That's a first round draft pick. And those are the reasons that you draft these guys in the first round, because you have that ability to pick up that fifth just to make sure you got what you got out of this guy. And right now, the Bills are trying to make sure, all right? We had a phenomenal rookie season where he got the franchise. My man said, yo, Rico, you can't change. I don't think he's that. Listen, my man Jonathan comes in and says, yo, you can't change the degenerative knee. Excuse me, I can't even read. A degenerative knee. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's gotten to that point. And my man, I was just on the phone with my man Thigh Doc, and he gave me some nuggets to share with you guys in just a moment. But I bring this up because his rookie season, phenomenal rookie season, he gave us promise. He gave us, yo, this is the guy. This is what's going to kind of give Josh Allen the weapon that he needed, which is going to get me to my other point with Dalton Kincaid and how I view this team with Dalton healthy, how we should attack this offseason with this draft just around the corner. All right. So keep that in mind. We're going to get into that in just a little bit and go from there. Obviously, we're going to get into the Dion Dawkins chatter, and we're going to get into, I don't know if you guys saw the PFF mock draft that was put out. Blech, throw up. Not a fan. Not a fan. It had you have it if you have not seen it. It's got teams taking players and positions where you're like, what? And we'll get into that in just a little bit. So let's get right into our first topic of the night, and that's gonna come with Dalton Kincaid. All right. So Dalton Kincaid, let's get right into it. One of Josh Allen's favorite weapons on the squad. All right. And when he's on the field, we're that much better. When he's on the field, we're scoring more points. There's a stat that's out there that when Dalton Kincaid is on the field with Josh Allen, we are 7 points better. 7 points, a whole 7 points. That's a TD. Fam, that's a lot. So this is important for this guy to be healthy this year. when he's healthy, it just makes everything move. Now imagine a healthy Kincaid, the addition of DJ Moore that Coach Brady is absolutely thrilled to have, handpicked him and said, I want him on this squad. You got Khalil Shakir that is reliable in the slot. Dude, that opens up everything. And then let's not forget, you still got Josh Palmer, which I'm still kind of wondering what's going on with Josh, but I'm sure they're going to figure something out with Palmer. And then we have the ability to potentially go and get a rookie receiver. And there's also conversation being had with Brandon Beane and the representatives of Brandon Cooks. He could return. So there's a lot going on. But it stems from guys staying healthy. We understand this league. You get banged up. I mean, news just came out. We're going to get into that a little bit too about Josh Allen playing on a broken foot all year. I mean, this is not news to us. We knew this. He did it last year. He played with a whole broken hand. That boy toughed it through. I think he's got to be one of the toughest dudes on the planet. But we know that. But when it comes to Mr. Dalton Kincaid, I'm a big fan of Dalton. And when he's healthy and when he does what he's supposed to do, this guy is an absolute mismatch and one of the best tight ends in the game. So we can't dismiss that we brought him in and, it's not a big deal. Because I've seen it. I've seen people talk about, it's not a big deal that we did it. Who cares? I'm actually baffled. That is the case. So the Bills, if you guys have been living under rock, the Bills officially picked up the 5th year, which pays Dalton. And this is what I like a lot about this situation. This keeps Dalton through 26, this upcoming season, and through 2027, paying him $8.1 million, guaranteeing the 2027 season. Paying a tight end $8 million of this guy's caliber, that's a win-win for the Bills. So you've got to pick that up. If it was going to cost you $13, $15 million, all right, man, we got to chill. But $8 million? No, we taking that. We're taking that because I feel that these next 2 years is going to be crucial. And this is where the true conversation comes that I want to have. Is there mounting pressure on Dalton Kincaid? And I absolutely believe there is. Because first year went by smooth. We saw what you were capable of, 73 receptions, over 70 receptions, over 650 yards receiving for a rookie. Excellent. So there was high hopes, and I'm sure he had high hopes going into his second year. And then getting banged up. And then you have your GM at the time saying, man, we got to make sure that this brother stays in the weight room. He's a little light in the pants. And then this offseason, this going into his third year, we were all debating, man, is he looking lighter? What's going on? What's happening? He looks a little. It was all a farce because angles, cameras, is all that. Who knows what you want to call it? But in the offseason, these players, they have to go through. They got to maintain their weights. You can't go over. You certainly don't want to go under, especially unless you're really trying to get under with a tight end. Man, you're doing a lot. There's a lot. You are split wide. You are in the trenches. He's not known to be a big time blocker, but we're going to need you in there sometimes, brother. So you've got to bulk up. You got to stay in the weight room. You got to stay fit, ready to roll. Now, obviously, we got Jackson Hawes for a reason. So when we want to run the rock, you put in Jackson Hawes. But you're going to have your tight end. You're going to need your tight end on the field. So it puts pressure on Kincaid because Kincaid is now going into his 4th year. Going into your 4th year, you got to give us something. The last 3 years with Dalton Kincaid, rookie season, played all 16 games, 73 receptions, 91 targets. Like you see it, 91 targets, shy of 100 targets, 91 targets, 673 yards, 9 yards a pop. And the weird part is he only had 2 touchdowns. But it was promising. We're like, bro, we found our guy. This is great. Great pick. You know what I'm saying? I know that we always talk about it is how poor Brandon Beane drafts in the first round. There's still more to come with Dalton Kincaid, but I think there's bigger things ahead. And that's why he felt great enough to pick up that 5th year option. So that being said, We go into year 2, he plays 13 games. Considerably amount lower in terms of receptions. He goes from 73 receptions down to 44. 75 targets, 448 yards receiving, 10 yards a pop, but comes back with 2 touchdowns only. So you're like, okay, year 2, sophomore, we get it. He's trying to figure things out. Teams are figuring him out. Teams are figuring out the offense. Okay, we're going into a new year. Let's roll. 2025, we're thinking, okay, this is it. This is what we're gonna get over the hump. We're gonna do great things. 12 games played. He's played 1 game less, 39 receptions, less receptions, and 49 targets. So he goes from 91 targets down to 75, down to 49. Bro, we need you on the field. We need you on the field. But here's the thing. When he was on the field this year, 14.6 yards a pop. He had 571 yards. He had 5 touchdowns. So now it looks as though Brady has figured out, okay, here's how we're going to use our guy, Kincaid. It looks like they figured it out. So now I'm watching the way they're utilizing, Kincaid. I'm like, I like this, but golly, he can't stay healthy. And the poor guy fought through a whole bunch. You knew when he was hurt. They watched his snap count. They were taking him out often. And when they did put him in, this guy was great, but just was dealing with that damn knee injury. So here's the good news. You don't need surgery. I know people were saying, man, just get the surgery and get it done with. According to my man, the thigh doc, if he completely blew that thing out, cool. But it was a partial tear. So all it does is just take time. All you need is time and some rest, and he'd be good to go. I asked, ready by OTAs for sure? My man said, he's ready now. He was playing in the Pro Bowl. So what are we talking about? So I'm anticipating a freaking massive year for our guy Kincaid. Massive year. Just stay healthy, bro. Stay healthy, and this offense can do big things, which brings me to my next point that I want to make. So you can see that his uptick in terms of how they used him worked out well. Although he didn't have the target share, he didn't have the receptions, but bro, they put him in position to succeed. 571 yards, right? Just 100 yards shy, give or take, of his rookie season. Think about that. And he played 12 games. Bro, I see big things coming for Kincaid. Big things are coming for Kincaid. And I believe with the addition of DJ Moore, this will spread things around and open things up for the offense to flourish. Think about it, man. And I get excited to think about it too, because I'm like, okay, if he does appear healthy all year round, that's a mismatch that's hard to deal with. The brother is so smooth in his route running. He catches in stride. Hands are soft as butter. Love it. Just stay on the field. He stays on the field, man. This offense is potent. This offense is potent. And we brought back our center, so that keeps a lot of continuity together. James Cook, the leading rusher last year. Bro, this offense could be solid. And it continues. And I say solid because, we've been a top 5 offense forever. But I feel like we're going to continue to be there. And with him, he just creates such a mismatch and such a dynamic player. It just opens the game up for everyone. So picking up the 5th-year option is great. But I bring up the word pressure again. Bro, the pressure is for you to stay healthy. The pressure is for you to produce. And the pressure at the end of the day is to show us, bro, are you the guy that we should keep going forward? Are you the guy that we can put trust in? Because if we know what's really good, a lot of folks were saying, bro, we're definitely not going to keep Dawson Knox. Dawson Knox is as good as gone. You just drafted Jackson Haas. You have Kincaid, bro. With that cap hit that Dawson Knox is taking, he's as good as gone. Beam was like, not so fast. I don't know what I have yet in this guy named Dalton Kincaid. Can he stay healthy? I can't depend on him. You know who I can depend on? Dawson Knox. So Dawson Knox gets an extension, a 3-year extension. Now, is it really a 3-year extension? Doesn't matter. The point is, he's got a 3-year extension. They could have just said, we're done with your cut. move on with life. They said, nah, just in case, we're going to hold on to you because we don't know what we have in Kincaid. So, yes, Kincaid, there is pressure on you. Was this a vote of confidence that they gave him that 5th year? Of course it is. It is a vote of confidence. We believe in you. We believe in you. But, boy, you got to stay healthy. We need you. Because we know that when he's on the field and he's healthy, bro, this offense is way better and we're producing more points. And guess what? The more we put on the board, the easier it is for the defense to pin their ears back and get after whomever. But you got to stay healthy because he goes down, now it's stress on everybody else. So you got to do your 111th, my brother. You got to do your 111th, and that's staying healthy. Do injuries happen? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But you played in the Pro Bowl, you'll be absolutely ready for OTAs. Take care of yourself. We'll be ready to go. So 5th-year option picked up by the Bills. This is a huge move for the Bills offense because now, not that it should change the direction of what we do going into this draft, but it does kind of give us an opportunity to kind of take a step back. We did bring in DJ Moore. Check. Don Kincaid returned. We picked up his 5th-year option. We good. We good on that front. Now the question becomes, do we need to add another receiver? I battle with this topic, ladies and gentlemen. I battle. I'm always constantly like, yo, we got to go defense. But it doesn't hurt to go offense. We got to go. I'm going back and forth. I could totally see why some folks have a hard time doing mock drafts and trying to figure their lives out when it comes to what this team needs and what direction they should go into. So my question to the chat right now that you see what the Bills have done so far this offseason, you've heard Joe Brady talk about the vote of confidence that he has in Keon Coleman. It doesn't look like they're giving up on that brother anytime soon. And if they do give up on him, it's a bad look because you've been lamenting that I'm the best thing that's happened for Keon Coleman. And if you go out there and draft a receiver and you move on from him, bro, a lot of what you say, you lose credibility in that locker room. Ain't nobody gonna be seeing what you say. So the more that you talk about the love that you have for Keon and that you're the best thing for him, the more I'm starting to believe, shoot, the Bills may not go receiver. I think they might feel absolutely great with who they have on this roster. So, are you content with what the Bills have done thus far this season? And here's my next question when it comes to Dalton Kincaid, because I asked this question in the chat in my group chat, and nobody really got back to me because they're still thinking about it. And this goes out to everybody right now. If you were to look at the Bills right now and think right now of all the teams in the AFC, think of all the teams in the NFC. Do the Bills have a top 5 Big 4? I'll say Big 5 with Josh Allen being the quarterback. So hear me out, because we lament on wanting to add another receiver I've heard it multiple times. I was part of it. I've kind of moved off from that a little bit, but I was part of it. We need to add another weapon. We need to add another receiver. We need another receiver. DJ Moore is a big pickup, number one. So if I'm looking at what is presented on this Bills offense right now, we got James Cook, one of the best running backs in the game. Bar none. There's no question about it. He's one of the best running backs in the game. Top 5. You got DJ Moore, a receiver 1. No, he's not a receiver 1. He is a receiver 1. Shut up. He's a receiver 1. You got Don Kincaid, a healthy Don Kincaid. You got Josh Allen. And James Cook, DJ Moore, Josh Allen, Don Kincaid. Is there a foursome as good as that group or better? Because I think that foursome group is one of the best in the game. Josh is the best quarterback in the league. James Cook's one of the best running backs in the league. Don Kincaid, if he's healthy, he's a top 10 tight end in this game. And DJ Moore, I think he can be amongst the better receiver ones in this game. I might be stretching it, but I'm looking at the totality of the four. Is there anybody as good as that foursome? Quarterback, running back, tight end, receiver. I'm thinking top four. Top five, excuse me. Those four are top five. Talk to me. I'm trying to look at all the potent offenses in this game. Let me just go. Let's just take a quick look here. The best offenses in this game, according to last year, and I'm just taking a look at the teams that we're looking at. So I'm thinking, okay, let's go to LA Rams. I think the LA Rams would be part of that crew, would you not? You got Puka, you got Williams as the running back. Who's their tight end? What's his face again? Not Higbee. I'm trying to think, and it's not coming to me right now. Let me just look it up. It's just better to just look that sucker up, and then I can tell you. So I think the Rams might be the squad that stands out. Anybody else? Talk to me. I think the Bills have one of the best foursome groups. Somebody said the Patriots, Chiefs, and Hawks. Is that what you're saying? The Patriots don't have a better tight end group than we do. The Patriots don't have a better running group than we do. Certainly don't have the receivers. So no, Patriots are out. Chiefs, Kelsey, he's got one more year left. He's still one of the best in the game. The running back, no. I like K9. If you want to include their new running back in Kenneth Walker, James Cook, I'll take James Cook over Kenneth Walker. And I like Kenneth Walker. Tight end, Kelsey, because Kelsey's legit. Even at his age, he's doing it. Receivers, I like Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice is their best receiver. I think DJ Moore in this offense could be really damn good. Seahawks. Sam Darnold? No. Josh over Sam Darnold. There's no question about that. K9's gone, so who do you got over there? Who's running the rock over there? Receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba, that's legit. And they got their tight end. I like their tight end out there. Is it Barmore? I can't remember her name, but he's nice. Eagles. Receivers, check. Running back, check. Tight end, Goddard, check. Quarterback. Like I said Bills are top five. So we got a decent crew. We got a decent unit when it comes to how these offenses roll. Baltimore, Isaiah likely gone. I mean, some might say my man has fallen off. Their tight end has fallen off out there in Andrews. Some say he's fallen off. I still think he's a legit guy. So Baltimore, Eagles, who do we got? Do we say Rams? Do we think Rams is part of it? The Bears got a legit. I don't know. The running back is cool. I'll take James Cook over their running back. I'll take my quarterback over them. The receiving crew, that's a solid. But they're Odunze and Burden. They still haven't done anything yet for me to say, yo, that's a top crew. But that tight end out there, he's legit. So the point I'm trying to make is there's some good Detroit. Heck yeah. Detroit's got a crew out there. I'm with it. Jamar, you know what I'm saying? Amon-Ra, quarterback, bang. I'm with you. But the Bills are up there too. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because we talk, some Bills fans talk as if we got nothing. We don't got it. But we do. We do. And if we add one more, even better. But if we didn't, we're still amongst one of the best offenses in this game and one of the better weapons in this game. So I think we worry too much about things that we shouldn't because we just want a receiver. Where we should be putting the work in is on the other side of the defense, on the other side of the offense, and that's the defense. So give it some thought. Top of your head, I think we've mentioned a few teams that are up there. I said the Bills are probably top five, and they're up there. So I bring all this up is to say, bro, if we stay healthy, Josh ain't hobbling around on a broken foot. Kincaid ain't running around with a busted PCL. Fam, this team, we were already potent. Imagine these guys stay healthy and they can hit it all the way through. Golly, man. Too damn good. I digress. So keep that in mind. We're talking about that. I'm just glad that we got Kincaid. If he stays healthy, boy, this could be a very fun offense. And the way I see things happening, I have a feeling that Brady's gonna break out, bro. Brady might open things up a little bit more. Might open things up a little bit more. And here's one thing that I've been thinking about this for a while now. So we all know that Joe Brady coached LSU. He had Jefferson and he had Jamar, which is absolutely insane that you can have those two guys, same squad, killing it. All right, bet. This guy was a former receiver. He's 6'3". I don't know if you guys know it. If you saw the pictures, I'll show the pictures in just a little bit where all the coaches sat together. My gosh, too funny. We'll go through it. But as a former receiver, bro, I'm thinking, bro, you have to know what you want. You have to know the best type of receiver that should fit in your offense. And he went out and got DJ Moore. He's banging the table for Keon Coleman. You got your GM saying, hey, man, if we're going to bring somebody in, that person's got to be able to do it all. Punt return, this, that, and the third. So there's a chance we can bring in another receiver. I have a sleeper receiver that the Bills should absolutely be looking at, and I'll share that in just a moment. But I really, truly believe this offense, the more I spend time on looking at what we got and looking what's around the league, this offense, man, healthy. Meanwhile, we got to stay healthy. This offense is going to still remain at the top, especially when you got 17, keeping that wide open window. I love what I'm seeing. So Kincaid getting his 5th-year option picked up. Big. Good job, Brandon Beane. You needed to do it. I think we saw it coming anyway. I didn't think that he wasn't going to pick it up, but he did. It's fantastic. And like my man James said, yo, we're so close. We are close. We're close, but sometimes it feels we're so far away. Doesn't it? We're close, but so far away. We keep knocking on that freaking door, and we keep getting turned away. We keep getting turned away. And every year, it feels like this is it. And we sound like broken records. I'm sick and tired of sounding like a broken record. I'm done with it. I'm done sounding like a broken record. But here we are. Here we are, prepared and ready to roll going into the season. But I do feel optimistic. I feel optimistic. New regime, a fresh new outlook. And sometimes you just need a coach that comes in and gives you a little bit of swagger. And I feel that Joe Brady is that coach that gives the team a little bit more swagger, a little bit more juice, and a little bit more attitude. You saw who we brought in. We're not sitting here looking for the nice guys. You know what I'm saying? The culture guys. No, we need a little bit of dog on this squad. We need a little bit of dog in this locker room. And I have a feeling that gone are the days of trying to pick the right guy for the right. Bro, can you ball? Can you play? And can you contribute on this team? I got leaders that will figure you out. Don't worry about it. Hey, CJ, I heard you have a hard time sticking places. Wait till you play in this football town and see that we all about each other. You're gonna do what you need to do. Be the dog on the field and be the puppy in the locker room. But I need that dog on the field. And I think Coach Brady is kind of looking for a little bit of nastiness on that side. So I like it. I like it a lot. And now you got a whole new Jim Leonard that's saying, hey, man, we're going to switch things up. If you saw what I did when I was at Wisconsin, we bring the chaos. We bring the confusion. You don't know where we coming from. We bringing it. But I need dogs on the field. Bring me CJ Gardner-Johnson. Okay. Snap. All right. Let's roll. I like what I'm seeing. Bradley Chubb, experience. Played on a bum-ass team for a couple years. He's like, I want to win. Yo, my offense is putting up 30 points a game. Bro, let me get after the quarterback. Bingo. Let's roll. Let's roll. So, Kincaid, 5th-year option. Offense, I think, is going to be buzzing yet again. Stay healthy, and we got it. My man, Scott Blakely. What up? Scott Blakely from the Shy. What's going on, my man? He says, yo, this is the year, Rico. Needed a facelift. Brady will get the team there. New defense, ready to go. I see there's a there's a lot of renewed confidence because a lot of Bills fans were just so sick and tired of McDermott. The fact that McDermott is gone still makes me sad a little bit, not gonna lie. But the fact that McDermott's gone, it does kind of renew the fire that Bills may have lost because they knew that, bro, we're not going anywhere with McDermott. Because a lot of fans felt that way. We will not go anywhere as long as that guy is leading this team. I was the other side saying, that guy, I want him to lead this team because I think he's the guy that needs to get us over the hump. But it's clear, 9 years in, they said, bro, yeah, it's not happening. It's not happening. So out he goes. In comes Brady. Brady comes in with a fresh new outlook. And sometimes that's exactly what you need. Sometimes that's exactly what you need. And that's exactly what took place. Just go ask the Eagles, man. Eagles move on from Andy Reid. They bring in Peterson. Peterson brought a new, fresh look. Eagles, Super Bowl. Andy Reid goes to Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? They got their quarterback. Boom, boom, boom. Multiple Super Bowls. Sometimes a change of scenery or a change of leadership is all you need. And maybe, just maybe, the Bills got it. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's go on to the next topic here. Dion Dawkins. If you guys have been living under a rock, Mr. Dion Dawkins is in the headlines. And he's been in the headlines. We've seen our guy Dion. Dion's a good dude. We like Dion. And normally when he's in the headlines giving a funny interview. He's bigging up Bills fans. He's bigging up the mafia. He's doing all that. He's a fan favorite. There's no denying that whatsoever. However, there's a bit of a controversy going on right now. And our guy, Mr. Dion Dawkins, was on a kick streamer, this nerdy kid named Neon. Can't stand him personally. I don't really follow these streamers. If I like you, then I'll follow you. I Show Speed. I like I Show Speed. Young guy doing great things, and athletic, and he's using his talents, to do all those things. He's playing in the fantasy league. Seriously, not the fantasy league. The Fanatics touch football game or flag football game, doing all that stuff, right? You got Kai Cenat. I follow Kai Cenat. I think he's great. And there's all these other streamers that I see, but those are the two that I find entertaining, and they do it the right way. But then you got this nerdy kid named Neon. I don't know what he is or what he does and what he's supposed to be good at. I have no idea. I know that Puka Nacua was with this dude, and Puka Nacua got caught saying some silliness and got him in hot water. Same with Tyreek Hill. Now it was the turn of Dion Dawkins to be hanging out with this streamer kid named Neon, some nerdy little dude. All right. So let me share my screen real quick just to kind of send you the audio, and you guys let me know your thoughts. And here's my man Jam says, yo, oh my God, people are blowing this out of proportion. I love that you said that because I'll let the people in the chat decide if this is being blown out of proportion. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, right? I have my thoughts. I'll share my thoughts in just a little bit, but let me share my screen real quick. And you guys can let me know. Now, obviously, there's context to everything. There's always context to everything, so you gotta keep that in mind as well. We understand that, right? But give me a sec here. Let me just see if I can find what I really want to do here. All right, this will work. Hopefully, this works. I'm gonna have to mess around with it and open it up a little bit more. But actually, maybe I can do it right now. Give me a second, folks. Okay, this will work. This will work for now. Okay, so let me just do this real quick. So Neon, streamer, okay, just to kind of give you a heads up as to what's going on. He had Dion Dawkins, and he asked Dion a question. So here's what Mr. Dion had to say.
Guys,
I done told myself me all that nice guy stuff with that part of my life is over with.
Done.
It's over with.
You want a shit talking era?
No, I'm not in a shit like talking era, but it's just like cool. Like y'all think you can do it without me, then hey, and it's the fans.
So let me review that
double
part.
The contract for the.
So right now he's asking him a hypothetical. Hey, if I doubled your contract, would you go play for Miami Dolphins? If I doubled your contract.
Huh.
Double the contract for the Miami Dolphins right
I'm
now.
already here. If I got double the what?
Double the money
To go play football somewhere?
for the Miami Dolphins.
Right now?
Yes.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you the truth. The Bills fans be trying to cook me, so I would be out of there. I would go.
You go.
I would leave.
Damn. Miami.
Look. You want to be loyal? Tell them to watch their mouth.
Guys.
I done told myself, all that nice guy stuff with that part of my life is over with.
Done.
It's over with.
You want a shit talking era?
No, I'm not in a shit like talking era, but it's just like cool. Like y'all think you can do it without me, then hey. And it's the fans. Not the.
Now I'm gonna say this. That was one part I did miss. All that nice guy stuff. I didn't catch that the first time. All that nice guy stuff is over with. What's that mean exactly? What you talking about? Tell me what you're talking about with all that nice guy stuff. I don't get it. What does that mean? All that nice guy stuff. So is all that gonna stop? So here's my take, right? Clearly, in jest, because of where he's at, who he's talking to, he's in the moment, he talking. However, you could always listen, there's context to it, and I know there was more to that video, so I'm sure later on he was like, I don't watch that stream, I don't watch the whole thing, I didn't want to waste my time with all that. But I did hear that he said, no, I love Bills fans, and that's always going to be who I rock with. And I believe that. I do believe that. However, when I'm watching that brother, man, there was a moment where he was dead serious, at least from what I was watching. It looked like he was dead serious. Hypothetical aside, he goes, bro, the way they've been talking about me or talking grease about me, bro, all that nice guy stuff is over with. So I guess some criticism has been coming or going Dion's way. He's been seeing it, reading it, hearing it, whatever it is, and he's feeling some type of way about it. So I'm watching and I'm reading people's comments, and it feels as though it's like, bro, I've given so much to the city. I've given so much to Bills fans, the community, all that stuff. And I go online and people talking greasy, talking about trade me. And because I've seen it, yo, trade him. Get rid of him. He's a bum. He's lost a step. I've seen it. I read it. I say it. And when I see it, I'm like, man, that person doesn't know what they're talking about. But here's the problem. Human nature allows us to see there could be 100,000 great things said about you, but if you see 4 things said about you, you're going to focus on those 4 things and say, yo, F everybody and F everything. And I think that's what's happening here. Dion got caught in his feelings a little bit and presented this case here. Bro, if you give me 50 mil and go play for the Miami Dolphins, yeah. Keep in mind, folks, the older these veterans get, the more they're around other players that have moved around. They talk to each other. And I'm sure conversations go like this. Bro, you can't show loyalty to your organization, to the fan base, because they can turn on you quick things. And it's facts. I've seen it. I've seen with my own eyes where people turn on James Cook, turn on Josh Allen, turn on Brandon Beane, they turn on a lot of folks because they're in their own feelings. And once they get over their own feelings, they go back to loving the Bills again. But these players, they talk to another. They go to Pro Bowl. Bro, I got traded. I mean, I gave my all to that squad, and they just shipped me out. I didn't even know. I found out on ESPN that I got traded. Man, F the league and F everybody, man. It's business. Get your money and move on. That's just the business of it. It is. You'll be a fool if you're the company man and you're about that team. Unless you're the franchise quarterback like Josh Allen and he has pull, bro, everybody can get got and everybody can get shipped. So I bring this up because when, 50 mil, like he's getting what, $25 million a year. I don't know what he's getting paid right now, right? But you're going to give you 50 mil, hypothetically speaking, why wouldn't I take it? Yeah, of course I'm going to take it. And some fans are like, what? Of all places, you want to go to the Miami Dolphins? Oh, they're lambasting him. So Jam earlier was like, bro, we're making too much of this. No, we're not. In my opinion, no, we're not. Because let's keep it a buck. If you look at Spot Rack, and this is based on conversations and then based on just what it is. So Z-Bot and I, when we were talking to Dion, this was like a few years ago, and we were reminiscing on the season and his friendship with Josh and the love for Buffalo. I truly believe this guy loves it. That's why I'm not tripping too much, but I understand the business side of it. But he was reminiscing and saying, man, I've been in the game. At the time, he's like, yo, I'm going into year 8. This is crazy. I just finished my 7th season. I'm a veteran now. I'm going to be pushing 30 soon and so on and so forth. We're talking about that part. And here we are. And this is the things that happen. So like these things start coming into the forefront. Once you start getting older, you got to start looking at what's next. I'm not saying he's looking at what's next, but at the same time, when you're in the off season, these things are going to happen. But everybody's listening to what you're saying, bro. And they're going to hold it against you. That's how people are. They hold things against you, especially if it's your team. As that's going, you want to go play for the Dolphins? What? We're going to hold that against you. I already saw it today. You should see the comments. The comments, actually, let me roll what we got in the comment section. I'm curious to see what people say. Actually, let's look at the quote tweets. The quote tweets are some of my favorites I like to watch. Quote tweets are hilarious. But let's go to the comment section instead. I'd rather the comment section. Let me just share my screen with y'all, just so you can kind of roll with me with the comment section. So my man Thigh Doc posted it. Dan Freddy says, yo, he walks it back on the longer version of the video. It isn't that bad, which I said there's context through it, and he'll show love, but you get clipped, that's what goes out. I'm just here to say that he isn't going anywhere. His dead cap is $22 million. He's going to get into the contract talk, and it leaves a massive hole, which we already know, right? Watch the whole thing. Come on, man. So some people are saying, and this is on Z-Bot's thing. So not Z-Bot, excuse me, Thigh Doc's thing. Let me see what I got. Immediately after he said that, he was joking and wouldn't leave. Doesn't make you feel better because the players are not fans. So some folks are saying you got to watch the whole thing. Watch the whole thing, go from it. And some people are really losing their minds, by the way. I've seen it. And right now, some folks are more on the side of Dion, which is I'm actually thrilled. Surprised, but I'm thrilled because most people can be super nasty. Anyway, so in this case, most people are saying, yo, watch the whole thing, there's context to it, so on and so forth. But we've also seen people that go on these streaming apps or streaming with these streamers, and it looks terrible, like Puka Nacua. He's been caught a couple times saying some questionable things, and you're like, fam, what are we doing? Stop going on these guys. These guys are just getting you just to get a soundbite and let you have it. But anyway, neither here nor there. But to say, I have seen some nasty people say some nasty things. I'm just put it out there and shocked by it, but not at the same time. So like, I mean, listen, to the point where some folks have said, hey, let's do a GoFundMe, not a GoFundMe, excuse me. Let's go and donate to his charity. I've seen it. You know, Bills fans, whenever they want to rally together, they go and do things, right? But here's the nasty part, right? Trade his fat ass for a first rounder. He's killing Josh Allen in the playoffs. This is what I'm talking about. There are some nasty sides to it too. Right, he's a professional athlete, so I would hope he's open to criticism. Somebody says, "Yo, nobody really wants to hear that stuff from fans saying that he's probably drunk and being honest." I don't know all that, so I'm not gonna speculate if he was drunk or not. But some people will say some nasty things, and some people will not. But here's the thing: the point I'm trying to make in all of this is, sometimes some fans will choose, not fans, excuse me, players will see 15 million good things, but there might be like 50 comments that say, yo, trade his fat ass. Like that's silly comment that was made by somebody. Boom. Right? So let me put a button in this, all this. Is it a good look? In my personal opinion, I don't like it. I personally don't like it, man. Just don't get into these hypotheticals or easily say, hey, man, come on, man. Don't be doing that to me. Bills Mafia is my crew. That's what it is. But this is media. This is what it is. They're going to try to clip whatever is going to get their views up, et cetera, et cetera. But then here's the thing. People see that negative clip and they run with it and say all the nastiness and this, that, and the third. And that's how things get blown out of proportion. Was it blown out of proportion? Sure. Do I like my players doing these type of interviews with these bums? Not really. Unless something good comes from it. But like with this guy named Neon, bro, nothing good comes from these little streamers, these torp streamers like Neon. That's just my take on it, but it is what it is. So Dion will be back with the Bills. Don't even stress it. He's working out, getting lighter, getting ready to go, man. Yo, you're getting old, you're getting a little older, bro. So we're all getting a little older. So when these players start getting older, they start changing the way they do things, right? Dion is 32 right now. He's 32, 24 mil. He's almost owed $25 million. He's 8.25% of the cap. He ain't going nowhere anytime soon, right? So, but I want to see my man stay with the Bills, retire with the Bills, and call it a day. This guy, he's a beloved players fan. The players love him, the fans love him, all that stuff. I ain't trying to see him nowhere but a Buffalo uniform. That's what it is, man. That's my take on it, but we'll keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. All right. Next topic for me. I got a message from a good friend of mine. He goes, "Hey man, I got to talk to you about your boy Josh Allen." I said, "What's up with Josh? What you need to talk about Josh for?" He goes, "Again, excuses being made for Josh Allen." I was like, "What are you talking about?" It came out that Josh had a busted bone in his foot, which we knew. We knew that. We knew that he was playing hurt. We have the resident thigh doc. Thigh doc's been telling us, bro, he's probably got that little bone in his foot that's busted, but he's working it. He's making it work. We've to the point where I always get on thigh doc, bro, how do you see these details? He goes, look at his shoe. They split a little seam opening for his foot to kind of rest out a little bit so it can ease the pain off of the bone or whatnot. Like little things like that, which we knew. We knew this going into the season, and we talked about it at length, how Josh Allen's a tough son of a gun. That's just what he is. He's tough as nails. That's what he does. So this is no surprise to us, but news is coming out. And everybody's like, oh, here come the excuses for the Bills. They couldn't get it done because Josh was hobbling all year. Bro, the guy, what can we say? He's just a beast. That's what he does. He's just a tough dude. Broken hand last year, played through it. Bone broken in his foot, played right through it. That's just what it's supposed. That's your leader. That's your guy. I don't see anything wrong with it, but I can see how people can take it and say, oh, Bills fans are making, we're not making no excuses. It's just what the facts are. It's just what it is. So the fact that he played through that should tell you a whole different ball game. But people are like, nah, we ain't trying to hear that. But those are people that just are so sick and tired of Bills. It's like Bills fatigue. Every year, analysts the last 3 years have been saying, this is the year for the Bills. This is the year for the Bills. And when the Bills don't get it, fans are ready and waiting to poo-poo on the Bills. And now when they hear things like this, they get on the Bills fans. I mean, I'm not here for it. Listen, the guy had an unfortunate busted foot, played through it, and we were a game away from the AFC Championship. Game away. And I'll tell you right now, it would have went our way because I would have liked our chances up against the Patriots. But hey, neither here nor there. We're gonna have to try to get it done this year. So that's the one thing that I wanted to touch on when it comes to Josh and this way this offense rolls. All right. Lastly, I wanted to touch on. Have you seen the mock draft that PFF has put out? I gotta show you guys this because I'm it just doesn't make any sense to me. I was like, but you know what? It's a mock draft number 1, so it is what it is. Let me see if I can try to find that for y'all and let y'all see it. It's an interesting one. So let me share my screen here. See if I can get you guys to see it. So here's the mock. Can I zoom it? No, I can't. I can't zoom it. All right. So they got Fernando Mendoza going pick number 1. Cool. Linebacker extraordinaire Arvell Reese, number 2, going to the Jets. Sonny Styles going to Arizona. Jeremiah Love going to the Titans. That would be pretty cool. Ruben Bain Jr. to the Giants. And then it starts going down. David Bailey, one of the edge rushers, they got him going to Washington Commanders. Cool. Carnell Tate to the Saints. That would be interesting. Safety Caleb Downs to the Kansas City Chiefs. Mansour Delane, the corner that runs a 4-3, going to the Bengals. As you start going down, the safety, Dylan Thieneman, or Thieneman, how is it Thieneman? Going to the Dolphins. I didn't see that one coming. All right. So you start going through it, right? Mekhi Lemon, one of the receivers that most folks are looking at. They got him going to the Ravens, another first-round receiver. Isn't that crazy? Another first-round receiver going to Lamar Jackson. Kenyon Sadiq, that tight end that's a freak, to Tampa. All right, let's keep it rolling. Jermon McCoy, by the way, corner that blew his ACL and then ran a 4.3 in his 40 combine. That's crazy. That's pro day. Going back to the Jets. So they're loading up on defense. Then you got the linebacker CJ Allen going to the Dolphins. I don't see that happening. So as we go down, by the way, if we can get Jordan Tyson, I would be in my dream. I'll be in my dreams. But anyway, it's not going to happen. Look what they have the Bills drafting. They have the Bills drafting Avion Terrell, one of the better corners in this game. But why would you have us going Avion Terrell when we have Christian Benford on one side and we got Max Harrison on the other going into his second year? And then we're going to draft another corner and invest a first-round pick into that? Not happening. Absolutely not happening. If we're going to do anything defensively, it'd be an edge rusher or a linebacker or safety, just not the corner. Corner would not be the one. But here's what I find hilarious. If you look at the Cleveland Browns, what they have the Cleveland Browns doing. Where's Cleveland? Cleveland Browns, they got him taking Francis I'm going to say Mayoga, okay, the big tackle from Miami. Then they have Cleveland again with pick number 24 grabbing another tackle. They got them taking two right tackles in this draft. Bro, imagine to me, I find that wild that you're going to draft two linemen in the first round. Unbelievable. I found that absolutely fascinating. But anyway, I had to share that because it makes me now think about what the Bills should be and could be doing in this draft. So my question to you guys is, has your perception shifted in what the Bills should do with this draft at 26? I know I've seen a lot of people say trade back. By the way, I got my man coming in. Pfizer says, yo, Rico, what is the word on why Kincaid won't get that surgery? Hurting the team big time. Because he doesn't need surgery. If he blew the knee out completely, then surgery would be needed, right? But he doesn't need it because it was a minor tear. So that minor tear in the PCL just requires time. Time is all he needs. And time is, I think he had the time because he was in that Pro Bowl running around getting all giddy. So I think he'll be fine, ready for OTAs. Huge year coming from my guy, Mr. Don Kincaid. So drafts. Let's get into some draft because the draft is April 1st coming up. Listen, by the way, April 1st, don't be fooled by the things that happen. Be ready for it. Don't get duped. Listen, before you retweet something, before you go and post something, take a look at the follower count. Take a look if that verified it means something, and take a look if the spelling's correct, because there will be some things circling around tomorrow that will get one of us, and we will repost it and think it happened. It's April 1st tomorrow, folks. Just remember, okay? I'm going to just leave it at that. All right, let's do a mock draft before I get out of here, and let's get it cracking. We're going to do, let's open this one up here. I'm going to go to, I'm not doing PFN because PFN blows, bro. I've seen it, not a fan of it, and we gonna roll away from it. We're gonna go to Pro Football Network. I mess with Pro Football Network. That one does it for me. So let me set it up first before I bring you guys in. Let me open it up. Can you guys see that all right? If you guys do, give me a thumbs up. Wonderful. Let's go 4 rounds. 4 rounds. And we'll let's pick the Bills, of course. And we're gonna go. Do I want to go consensus? Let's just go consensus. Let's just for fun. Okay, let's go consensus. We're gonna enter this draft. Let me close this sucker up real quick, and we're off. Can you guys see it? Wonderful. What's up, Brian? Brian, I see you, brother. All right, you guys can see that. Let me see if I can zoom it in for you guys a little bit more, because I'm starting to get into my draft mode a little bit more. So you're gonna start seeing a lot more draft centered shows, and let's roll. Let's see what we got here. So as of right now, the Tampa Bay Bucks want in on the first round. They want to give me pick 46 and pick 58. That is not a bad trade. Not bad. That's not a bad trade. Going from 50, but 46 is kind of deep. It's kind of deep, but then I pick up 58 as well. You guys let me know what your thoughts are on that. I got the Kansas City Chiefs. They say, hey, give me your 26th pick. I'll give you my 29th pick, and I'll give you 109. It's all right, but not great. So those are my two offers. I got Tampa offering me, and I think I might, you guys take that offer? You guys like it? My man Scotty says, take that offer from Tampa, bro. Take that. All right, let's go. Let's roll with Tampa saying, you know what? We want that. I want to see who they're going to grab too. All right, let me go back out here. Okay, so how do I accept that bad boy? Oh, it's down here. You know what really annoys me? This banner in the way is killing me. So let me see if I can accept the offer. Is it going to let me accept it? Sons of Guns. Let me accept it. Is it going to let me accept it? Oh, this stupid thing. This stupid thing's in the way, so I got to click it. Hopefully it goes away. And it's not letting me go away. What a pain in the behind. Maybe if I zoom out. Okay, let me zoom out. There we go. All right, we're going to accept that deal. All right, here we go. So these guys picked up. Let me just pause it real quick. I want to see what's taking place. So they went and picked up Peter Woods. CJ Allen goes in the first round. Caden Proctor, Avian Terrell goes to the Kansas City. I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs, they need a corner, so that makes sense. Zion, Casey Concepcion goes to the freaking Patriots. Interesting. We can't have that happen, can we? So that's what you get if you trade out of it. But anyway, we lost that. Cassius Howell is the one guy that I really like. He's gone. See, that's what we get. See, this is the problem. 46 is too deep, man. We might have to stick at 26, bro. I'm telling you. Golly, I'm upset already. Here we go. Jeremy Bernard is gone. Halsey gone. By the way, the Bills brought Halsey in. He out. All right. We ain't trading. Reject. Get out of here. Move on. So what is available to the Bills? Let's go and take a look on the offense side of the ball. Let's look at receiver. So we got, Chris Bell is sitting right there for us. Chris Brazzell right there. Antonio Williams right there. To take Chris Brown right here makes a lot of sense. I've seen the film. I like what I see. This guy is strong. He got good speed. And he plays through things, man. He can pretty much play wherever you want him, but he's strictly an outside receiver. He can go inside and catch in the middle. I've seen people say, man, he's like a AJ Brown, man. He's strong. He's strong as ever. So let me go back to the chat. Let me see what you guys are thinking. Give me Chris Bell. Sign me up. Who you got? You guys like Chris Bell? Let me see what else is available first before we go to Chris Bell. Let me see. We don't really need anything else. On the offensive side of the ball, it's receiver. So let me go defense. Defensive tackle Lee Hunter, Grayson Halton. That's one guy that we are looking at. He's a little freaking engine that could. That boy just keeps going. So the Bills have brought him in on a visit. So Grayson Halton out of Oklahoma. He's like he's pretty much the size of Ed Oliver. So do we go with a smaller defensive tackle? But apparently this guy he's a bowling ball, like pressure galore. You got Big Citrus. Dominic Orange is right here. I believe that's Dominic Orange. Big Citrus, is that what they call him? Right? Chris McClellan. And this is where we start going down the line. We're not there yet. We're not all the way down here. So let's go. What do we got at the edge? We got Malachi Lawrence, Derek Moore. I've heard good things about Derek Moore. Joshua Josephs. No, I don't like anything that I see here. Anthony Hill, Jacob Rodriguez is right there. What are the chances that we get Chris Bell and Rodriguez? Because that would be, I'm going to go Chris Bell. Let me get Chris Bell real quick because this is right there. You can't. Let me go back. I got to make, hold on. You got D'Angelo Pons, but we don't need a cornerback. Let's see what safety. Genesis Smith, Kamari Ramsey, Zakey Wheatley. I've heard great things about Zakey Wheatley. All right, folks, let me go back to the chat. Are we taking Chris Bell and are we waiting on him? Or do we go with a Rodriguez right now? And then we hope that Chris Bell stays available. What are we thinking? Listen, if Chris Bell's right there, we got to run to the podium and grab him. We get ourselves a pretty damn good receiver. So let's go Chris Bell. Let's scroll on this thing. Damn thing is super annoying. So Chris Bell right now at 49. Yo, you got to grab that. So let me grab my man Chris Bell. Chris Bell to the Bills. We got a 6'2", 220-pound receiver. We'll take that. What are the chances our guy falls to us at 58? No, they didn't grab him right before we went. Yo, get out of here, Ravens. Ravens are trying to move up. They're trying to get out of here. Jacob Rodriguez, that son of a gun, just went before we could get him. That makes me upset. All right. Well, let's not panic. So we good at receiver. I mean, let me tell you something, man. If we didn't grab him here, there's a name I need you guys to really look up. You see this guy right here by the name of Deshaun Stribling? You guys need to go look up Deshaun Stribling. 6'2", 200 pounds. He don't play like a 200-pounder. He plays like he's heavier. All right? They don't have anything for him right now. Wait, you got nothing? Look at this, folks. The man runs a 4.3 40, 36-inch vert, 10.7 broad jump. Okay? Elite 4.3. He's above explosive with his above average broad jump. Fam, I'm telling you right now, go look into my man Deshaun Stribling. That was why I was hesitant on grabbing Chris Bell, but he's right there. He's right there. You can't go wrong with my man Chris Bell because Chris Bell gives you great things. 6'2", 220, a big boy. Ranked at, he's got a PFSN grade of 85.7, but check this out. Oh, he didn't run the 40? Well, that's a shame. I would have loved to see what he ran in his 40. I would have loved to see it. But anyway, neither here nor there. So we lost out on our linebacker. He gone. So let's go defense and let's see what is available. Because we could use an edge. We could also use an interior lineman. We need a guy that's going to take up space. And that's what we need. Let me go back to the chat because I can't see the chat. So you guys let me know. My man's from Hawaii too. I didn't even know that. Anyways, we took Chris Bell. Chris Bell's been taken. Now the question is, who's next? So my man said, yo, who's at defensive tackle? And this is where I got to start doing my homework when it comes to some of these prospects, because I still got a lot of work to do. So on the DT end, we got Grayson Halton. That's one we brought in as a prospect, as a 30 visit. But I'll tell you right now, Big Citrus over here, 6'4", 325. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with Dominic Orange. This is it, man. If you want someone to eat space and take up space, this is it. Naturally, he's not an elite disruptor one-on-one, but makes his money being in an immovable mass of a fulcrum. Golly, I've never heard of the word fulcrum. Mass of the fulcrum. He can two-gap while stationary on what? Listen, man. We're going to take Big Citrus. Dominic Orange, done. So we got our big-time defensive tackle right in the middle for that 3-4 defense. It makes sense. So now we got pick 91 coming up. I mean, are we good at safety or are we looking for a linebacker here? I mean, we got Geno Stone. I was about to say Geno Smith. Geno Stone. We brought back our guy DeMar Hamlin. We'll talk about it in just a little bit. Look at the Denver Broncos trying to get in here. Nah, bro, we good. We good. Look at Baltimore really trying to get up here, man. They got nothing over there. What? Get out of here, Baltimore. All right. So safety, we got Bud Clark out of TCU. I've heard good things. What do we got at linebacker? Dante Lawson. Oh, let me just scroll on by. We got Dante Lawson, Kyle Lou. All right. Let me tell you something. Aiden Fisher is a name I've seen the Bills tied to. I can't say they're tied to. I've seen mock drafts with Aiden Fisher. Kyle Lewis got a huge, what's the word I'm looking for? He got a big boost. I'm going to use big boost of love from a prominent name in Louis Riddick. Louis Riddick says he reminds him of Derek Brooks. And Louis Riddick has been part of the game a long time, but this guy is versatile. He can move. He can run. If you saw him on his pro day, this guy did exceptional. Runs a 4.3, above average, 39-inch vertical, broad jump at 10.9, above average 3-cone drill. This boy's a real deal. 6 feet, 220. Now he's a little light. He light in the pants, but you can gain some weight. You can gain some weight. And the way I've been hearing people talk about this Kyle Lewis cat, you can't go wrong. My man said, yo, we don't need 8 pure LBs. I'm looking at the chat here. Whoever is talking smack about Dawkins needs to stop. I mean, you know how people can be. My man James the Mountain Man said, yo, that's good because we don't have 5 pure linebackers either. Oh, you guys are chatting and going out and chatting, right? Make sure to smash that like and share. Oh, my man, positive. Feel you. I love that. The kid is a beast. I watched him at pit, ball, and game. He was all over the field. Yo, all Venezuela, I'm with you, bro. We gonna grab. Listen, sometimes if he's staring right at you in the face, don't miss out on him. Grab him. So we got our defensive tackle. We got our linebacker. We got ourselves a receiver. Where else are we going? So the Bills, obviously, we're going to need some depth at linebacker. I can't double dip at linebacker. I can't do it. So we're picking at 126. Do we got any safeties available? Now, do we want to bring in some help at guard? Obviously, we brought in Corbett, a big-time addition by the Bills. They speak highly of him when he was in Carolina. So maybe we got something good at left guard. So we may not have to do anything. We don't need tight end. We don't need receiver. And we only got one football. Chris Bell is just fine enough for me. We got our center back. Offensively, I mean, this is like another defensive draft. Unless let me see if I have my guy there. If Stribling's still there, I would double dip at receiver. But Stribling is gone. I knew, listen, it wasn't going to be long until wait a minute. Is he still there? Nope, Stribling is gone. He out of there. It didn't take long for him to be gone. So if we were going to do anything, we got to stick to defense, man. We got to stick to defense. Linebacker, Aiden Fisher, Harold Perkins, Caleb Elerms Orr. That is somebody that if you have been paying attention to our top 30 visits, we brought him in for a top 30 visit. He was brought in for a top 30 visit. Let me go to the safety. Let me see if anybody here in the fourth. So at this point, this is where things get dicey. I don't know my draft prospects great. When you get down to this point, you're just looking at need and where you need to bring somebody in. So defensive tackle, we good. An edge rusher, maybe that's where we need to kind of get some depth. So edge rusher. So to me, I mean, a Michigan, I don't know any of these cats. So I've heard this name before, Max Llewellyn. I think the Bills bring in Max Llewellyn as a visit. I think I saw they bring him in as a visit. So let me just do this. I'm going to just take the top guy, which is Jashwain Barham. How big is he? 6'3", 240. Good size edge. Fourth round. What's he testing at the combine? He's a big boy, man. 240. I like that. 4'6", 40, 33-inch vertical. Not bad. All right, let's just grab him for now, and we'll call it a day. This is where I got to do my homework. I got to start doing my homework at this point because everything else is what it is. So here's the deal. How did we do in a four round? Let me just let these guys finish off, and we'll have our results. So here's what it looks like for the Bills. Chris Bell at pick 46 because we traded down with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Dominic Orange, we got ourselves a defensive tackle, 6'4", 325 pounds. And then we doubled back and got ourselves in a very versatile linebacker in Kyle Lewis. And then we got an edge rusher in Jayshawn Barham. So that is our draft. Still need corner. You still think we need corner, the depth at corner? I guess because, I mean, Dorian Strong, he's still dealing with that neck injury. So, I mean, we could obviously get some depth at corner. I'm not mad at it. So yeah, we definitely gonna have to look at that corner position for sure. 100%. So I got to do my homework. See, this is where the homework comes in, guys. We got to do our homework. So my man, I'm sorry, man. Conceição was gone, man. He went to the Patriots. Conceição went to the Patriots. So here's where we are, folks. That is our draft picks through first 4 rounds, right? We traded back. We picked up Chris Bell, Dominic Orange. We got Kyle Lewis. That's going to be probably moving up the draft boards. We were so close to getting Rodriguez. I would have loved Rodriguez. If I got Chris Bell, Dominique, and Rodriguez, that would have been phenomenal. But hey, that's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. All right. So that is my time. I appreciate you guys very much for always tuning in and hanging out with your boy. If you guys have not smashed that like, go ahead and smash that like. Let's get this to 150 likes. 150 likes. That's light work. Let's do that. And then we go from there, man. The draft is around the corner. So we're going to have to start kind of getting familiar, right? Getting some homework done. I'm going to be looking. I'll tell you right now, if you are in this chat right now and you are big in the draft and you understand it, you know these prospects well, and you don't mind, contributing on our draft shows, they go for hours. They go for hours. So if you want to be a contributor and you want to come on screen and chat it up with us while these drafts go down, and you know your draft prospects, and you want to contribute, listen, hit me up. Let me know if there's any interest. I'm going to be rounding up a crew like I always do every year. We have good times. We laugh. All of that. It's all great times. We crash out. There's a whole lot of things that are going to be happening this draft corner. So it's going to be obviously myself, my man Z-Bop, and then we're going to get my guy Kevin. Kevin loves being in on these things. So he comes in and he hangs out with us a lot. So Kev will be there. We're going to find him. We're going to find out how much he crashes out. That'll be fun. It's always fun. So me, Kev, Z-Bot, and we're going to look to get a panel together. So you guys let me know how y'all feel. If you guys are in, you know someone that would be lovely with our panel, let me know. Hit us up and we'll go from there, folks. So you guys have yourself a great evening. We will catch you guys again. Let's recap our night. Obviously, Kincaid news, I think, is big. I'm part of the crew that, now that we have our crew, I think that we have a better crew than most people want to give us credit for. Josh, James, healthy Kincaid. Now you've added a DJ Moore that will garner attention. Khalil working in the middle. And what we decide to do on the other side of the football is up for grabs. Is it Josh Palmer? Is it Keon Coleman? Is it a drafted player in Chris Bell? Or is it Casey Concepcion? Maybe it's Denzel Boston. The point is, the Bills need to revamp and they need to do things. They need to process this properly. Don't overdraft. Don't overreach. Get the players that fit, and that's going to be an impact. We need an impact immediately, not somebody that we're going to wait on 2, 3, 4 years. We don't have the time. Josh Allen don't have the time. We need an impact player ASAP. Defensively, you impact. Offensively, you impact. And that's what we're going to need for this squad. So Brandon B ain't got no time to play. Joe Brady ain't got no time to play. You got to be aggressive and you got to go after it. And if the player's right there and they're saying, oh man, you took him too early, but if you know that he can impact your team immediately, bro, put the card in, draft the player, and let's work. All right, folks, you guys have yourself a great evening. Do me a favor before you get out of here. Smash that like real quick. Smash it. Share it. If you have not, hit that subscriber button. Hit that subscriber button and hit that notification bell for when we go live yet again. You guys have yourself a fantastic evening. It's your boy, and I'm gone. Peace.